Ashwin hasn't bowled for a while. Now he thinks his foot is in the air. They're looking at it, not so convinced. Dhoni wasn't in, but it's a dot ball.
Well, it's a dot ball. That's the only thing that matters. I don't think he's moved. Square leg umpire has played safe. Rod Tucker, he says, let's have a look at this. I mean, just your gut feeling when you saw it. He didn't advance down the pitch. I'm not sure that he's lifted. And he's looked leg side, hasn't he? The thing that he's trying to do is hit leg side. It's a swing and hope.
I think they've made up their mind that it's only a six that can win it for them. Just holds that delivery stride for a while. I think everyone's getting ready to play while we look at the replay. Oh, hang on here, hang on. Suddenly everybody's coming running into the wicket keeper here, because that bat might just be, a foot might just be in the air. Now has it come down?
This is one for Bruce Oxenford. You can see the bails. Where are the bails? You can see the gloves. Has he got something? Is he dragging back? Is he lifted? Where are the bails? Show me the bails, a different side. This might tell us. I didn't think he's dragged, but he has.
Well, I think the bell, he gave Ian Bell, remember?
Oh, it would be a third umpire. Everybody's got a decision here. The bail's up in the air. Now is his foot down? Is he dragging back? Is he lifted in the air?
I think he's going not out here. Ian Bell's going to look at that and say, Bruce, how about me?
Well, I've heard it. I've heard the decision. Here it comes. It's a dot ball. Most important thing, it's a dot ball. Where's he going to look this time? He just glanced. He's been looking all the time, leg side, against the spin, against this quality.
Well, England have made 129 look like 159. Whether, even if they get these, 15 from 5. He's got to connect one for a start now. Connects. This will go for 4. This is a vital blow for England. Just had to beat square because mid-wicket was very straight.
He'll change this field now. Big man, huge man, Stuart Broad gets this on the full. Uses his full stretch. He's looking leg side exclusively. There's nobody there. Is he going to change this? He's not. He's kept the same field.
Was a full toss. I think he's a little worried going offside here.
He's going to open this up. He is going to change it. Second thoughts. They thought again. Square leg drops to the boundary. Now who comes up? Now there's that shot. There's that shot if you can play it. It's real class over long off, extra cover.
11 from 4. Nobody in the deep on the offside. And he goes offside. Oh, bottom of the bat. He needed to time that ball, didn't he? It now comes down to 10 from 3. You need 3 boundaries here, or 6 and a 4.
Need a miracle, need a hero. James Treadwell will have a chat with Stuart Broad. It's a tame shot into the offside.
The last time a Champions Trophy was played in England, they had the game covered, and then the West Indies won at 8 wickets down. Remember, India have 9 in the bank, not 10. 10 to win, 9 in the bank. Is it past cover? Now, is he going to get a hand to it? He does, he falls. They're going for 2 here. Is there another run out happening here? Or have they come home? I think he's home.
It's going to be close, is this. You always think that a batsman should dive in. He's long stride, Stuart Broad. It's a desperate run for 2 between Treadwell and Broad. Third umpire will look at this. Quiet in the ground. It's a 1 bounce, great throw. He gets in, he's in.
It helps to be as big as Stuart Broad, and he's done it beautifully, dragging the bat in. Tremendous work from Stuart Broad. That had to hit. That had to go for 4. He had the width.
Two boundaries required. 2 4s or a 6 and a 2.
Or a 6 and a 1 bumble in the super over.
Forgot that, super over. England needs 7 off 2 deliveries.
This has to be a boundary. Treadwell hits it back over. But there is a man coming in from the deep. Can they complete a second? Broad with the second run. It's down to 6 from 1. He's got to clear it. He's got to clear this.
What a dramatic end. It was so difficult when India batted up to the last 3 overs. 31 runs last 3 overs. They were priceless for India. This has been a sluggish pitch. It's been spinning. England have made hard work. Batsmen stood together. Captain can watch on. They need 6 from 1 ball, spread out in a bunch.
Well, only 3 can go out. They've already got 9 from this over. Treadwell's played it well. Now, can he clear the boundary? He's got to go onside for the 6. Ashwin, 6 in the bank. Treadwell misses, Dhoni misses, but it doesn't matter. India win the Champions Trophy as England capitulate. It was their game, England, but it's been a tremendous bowling performance. And Mahendra Singh Dhoni, well, this was the one trophy he didn't have. He's got it now. What a game we've had. We waited all day for it. And India now winners of the ICC Champions Trophy 2013.
Always going to be difficult. 129 for 7, get your runs on the board. This has been a sluggish pitch. Powerhouse team like India found a way to get to 129, and it was that last 3 overs that propelled them. And they've been able to sit on the game, to sit on England. England can look at this and think, Bopara, Morgan together, game over, start the car. No, it's the tuk-tuk, start the tuk-tuk. India win by 5.
The spinners did it. 8 overs, 4 for 39 between them in a 6.5 runs and over game. This crowd, largely India supporters, have been here for a long, long time. The crowd, some of them might have been here 12 hours to see a 20-over game. But India will celebrate. They've been the dominant team in this tournament. Did not lose a single game. But England will ask themselves, was it our game that we allowed India to steal?
Well, get your runs on the board and defend it. That's exactly what India have done. No matter, there isn't a small target. That's what we've got. We've got to defend it. And they've done that wonderfully well. Excellent captaincy. Good work behind the stumps also from Dhoni. In cloudy conditions, it's India have found a way to win this cricket match.
So India 129 for 7, England 124 for 8. They win by 5 runs. Well, they will be celebrating here. Virat Kohli got the runs, didn't he? Shikhar Dhawan got the runs early. Then the spinners came on. We all wondered about Ishant Sharma. He turned up with a couple of wickets. I still think, Bumble, I still think England found a way to lose it.
Ishant turned the game. He bowled wides, he got hit for 6, and then he got 2 in 2. He got the 2 main players. He got Bopara, he got Morgan. 2 new batsmen at the crease on naught. Pressure, real pressure told on England. They were like rabbits in the headlights.
India found in Ravindra Jadeja, bowled his 4 overs, 2 for 24, held his nerve in the end, bowled all the important overs, scored the runs at the end, and a couple of 6s at the end. It was the difference between the 2 sides. Ashwin 2 for 15 on the big day. The surface to have for a final, it was turning like a top.
Well, it does here. There are no secrets in this surface. It's always going to be dry. When they start dry like that, these pitches, they're always going to be demanding. If you've got decent spinners, you're always in the game. I'll say again, get your runs on the board.
MS, your side has played with a lot of flair throughout the tournament, but today they showed they can handle pressure as well.
Yes, I think most of them, they have got exposure of international cricket, and the ones who have recently made their debut, they have played a lot of A-tours and also domestic cricket and IPL, you know, where they play in front of 40,000, 50,000 people. So I think they responded really well. You know, I was just thinking when we were batting, I said, just get me close to 130, you know, look to do something. And I think they batted really well to get us close to 130, and that little bit of shower, you know, that really helped us. I think, you know, the ball was gripping later on, and I think it was because of those showers.
Did you ever doubt that 130 would be enough? Do you doubt yourself ever?
Well, yes, you know, once you start, you have to go through everything, but it's important to be positive. I said, you know, let's look for a good start. That's something that's very critical. Don't think about the result, and, you know, the first and foremost thing was, don't look up. God is not coming to save you. You have to fight it out. We are the #1 ranked team. Let's play like that. If we lose, they'll have to score the runs. We won't make it easy for them.
Those overs of Jadeja and Ashwin were like gold dust to you. You had to use them very carefully.
Well, I kept it. I knew the 2 overs of power play was very crucial, and more often than not, if the opposition is chasing, they'll look to take it in the 19th and the 20th over. And I said, okay, let them. At least I can have fielders in the right place. And with fast bowlers, they're used to playing fast bowlers, so it will be quite easy for them. They can play all those ramp shots and all, and it will be quite easy for them. I said, will they make them slog off the spinners? And I think it really worked for us.
Everyone has been amazed how quickly your team has moved on from all those legendary names that have gone by. Are you so amazed that they've moved on so quickly?
Well, I think they handled the pressure really well. That's, I think it's very important. The reason being international cricket, people talk a lot about technique and other things, but I think the better players are the ones who adjust to the pressure really well, who respond really well to the pressure. And I think it's very critical the way Rohit and Shikhar batted. I think they gave the confidence to the whole side. And once we were confident, we knew, we are right there. We just need to, tinker a bit, get the stuff going, and it will really work for us.
Is the fielding and the improvement in fielding and energy in the field, is that just a change in personnel, or do you feel a bit of a cultural change going on in the dressing room?
Well, I think it's a cultural change, and also not to forget all of them, when they started playing, they had good infrastructure so they can dive and, dive in and dive out every day. But if you see some of us, I'm the oldest in the side right now, when we played, we never really had this kind of outfield to dive. So we were, rolling on more often than not than diving and sliding. So I think it's a big change in Indian cricket, and I think it's a lot of credit goes to BCCI for developing the right infrastructure that's needed, and wisely spending the money. They have got the money.
What about you personally? You've won the World 2020 in South Africa. You've won the World Cup at home. You've now won the Champions Trophy. What is there left for you to achieve?
Well, no, for me, what's important is how I'm going to play the next game. I think from here we go on to West Indies. I think it's critical that we do well over there and take it one at a time. Not really look at what needs to be done. I'm not here to prove anyone how good I am. For me, winning the game is very important. So I think we've got the right side right now, which can take and handle the pressure and take Indian cricket forward as far as the ODIs are concerned.
Well, you are very good. Your team are fantastic. You've won every single game in this tournament. Go and collect the trophy and enjoy the evening.
Thanks a lot.
The winners of the Champions Trophy 2013, India.
What an extraordinary cricket match then. We waited hours and hours hoping to get a game. At one point it looked like the game was gone, 5 minutes away from being called off. The ICC said we'll play till 8:30. That allowed a game to go ahead. And now for Mahendra Singh Dhoni, every trophy in the world in its cabinet. It was World Test Match #1, the ICC World Cup, the Champions Trophy, the World T20. Add to that a couple of IPLs and Champions Leagues, and he's done everything that a captain can. And I think he's now got a team that is genuinely his team. They'll celebrate, and well, they might. There's young people who've done really well. They fought hard, they played very well under pressure. So they might as well celebrate while they can. It's going to be a very, very long evening for them, and an evening filled with much joy. They didn't lose a single match in this tournament, not even in the warm-ups. And it was genuinely a campaign that this young Indian cricket team can be very proud of. There you are then, the ICC Champions Trophy 2013. A short, crisp tournament. Top 8 teams in the world. And India have won every single game, including the warm-up games. He had a pretty good tournament himself. Virat Kohli got a crucial half-century in the semi-final. How important was his 43 today in a winning cause? Gave Dhoni the 130 that he needed. His partnership with Ravindra Jadeja. Dinesh Karthik has had a half-century. Umesh Yadav bowled a few tight spells. The captain was in tremendous form. Ravindra Jadeja, for my money, the player of the tournament with bat and ball. Shikhar Dhawan was the top scorer. Rohit Sharma and Shikhar Dhawan, 2 century partnerships, 2 half-century partnerships. You really can't expect more from the openers. Ishant Sharma won man of the match, won a match-changing spell today. Really, Mahendra Singh Dhoni, if he ever has time, will look back and say there wasn't a player in my side who did not deliver just when it was needed. Suresh Raina, brilliant in the field with those slip catches, slipped in a couple of overs today. Hardly had any time to bat because of the strength of the top order. But this is a side that India can now look ahead to with confidence. Look ahead and say they're largely young players who've taken a lot of pressure, and the nucleus is there, certainly in one-day cricket, to play for India for a very long time. The crowd has been there for a long time. Trevor Penny, the fielding coach, for the first time you can say that India were the best fielding side in the tournament. Virat Kohli, Ravindra Jadeja, Rohit Sharma, Suresh Raina. The fielding was excellent, the catching was top class. Ravichandran Ashwin in the slips has emerged as a very good catcher in that area. And I'm delighted they're going on that little victory lap because the crowd here was simply sensational. Captain Cool eventually won today. Captain Cool versus Captain Cook. These spectators came in about 9:30, assuming a 10:30 start. And this crowd has not gone anywhere. For a generation sitting at home back in India, getting to be 1:30, 1:40 at night. A lot of you sitting up and watching, the young people watching. These are the moments of inspiration. When India won 1983, it inspired a whole generation. The World Cup of 2011 did. And now this Champions Trophy. I think Mahendra Singh Dhoni made a point about the outfields as well. One of the big changes in Indian cricket in the last few years has been the quality of the outfields. Not quite hard and bumpy as they used to be. That's contributed to this fielding side becoming really good. Playing high pressure cricket in the IPL. Bowling crucial death overs. Duncan Fletcher can feel proud too, and he's even taking his dark glasses off. It's a coaching team that's now fairly close-knit. Joe Dawes, the bowling coach, we heard from, as we did from Trevor Penny, the fielding coach. So here in Birmingham, India started their campaign on the 6th of June. They've now done it so well. The two openers, will they represent India in that position for a long time? Certainly the foundation is there. Now Duncan Fletcher too, not a man known to show too much emotion. He's overjoyed. They're not going to live Duncan Fletcher, are they? I think he's just said no. For a brief moment, Duncan Fletcher looked petrified there. They did that to Gary Kirsten when they won the World Cup. He's almost looking embarrassed to be holding it, Duncan Fletcher. He's desperately to give it to somebody, but no one wants it. This is a young side that works hard, plays hard, parties hard. It's a different culture. And I think you can genuinely now say this is Mahendra Singh Dhoni's side. He's the senior-most member of the side. Made his debut in 2004. If you look at the key players, they've all come in much later. Ravindra Jadeja 2 or 3 years ago. Ishant Sharma 2006-07, thereabouts. Among the senior-most players, Virat Kohli in 2008-09. Suresh Raina 2006, among the most senior players, to Ravichandran Ashwin a couple of years ago. The key players in the side. Rohit Sharma 2006. So these are all players who are now 3, 4, 5 years in world cricket, the more experienced 7, 8 years in international cricket, just getting ready to play their best cricket. And I think that man has been the pivot for India. Ravindra Jadeja came in at number 7, bowled the death overs, was always around when wickets were needed. There were lots of flags today. I still remember David Lloyd saying when he retires he'll sell Indian flags for a living. And there were many, many around. There's still sections of the crowd waiting for India's victory parade to get there. Suresh Raina, Umesh Yadav, normally phlegmatic on the field, is unafraid to show his emotions today. It's a wonderful moment. And the one comparable moment that I can think of was winning the World Cup of 1983 and then going across to Australia 2 years later to win the World Championship of Cricket in Australia, in Sydney and Melbourne in 1985. And this team has now replicated that, winning the World Cup in 2011 and then the Champions Trophy 2 years later. So they've almost recreated the the great strengths of that side. And in course of time, comparisons will be drawn with 1983 and 1985. And the one thing there is in common is both excellent fielding sides, both teams with all-rounders, and Mahendra Singh Dhoni. At some point he's got to hold it himself. He's excellent at letting other people share the glory. The point he had to prove was proven on the field. Top bowling change. It was a bit of luck, I thought, with the Ishant Sharma bowling change, but he backed his bowler. And essentially that is what leadership is all about, isn't it? Phlegmatic. Be very proud from deep within, but he won't show too much, Dhoni. That's a hallmark of his character. Very calm behind the stumps. Hardly ever does a little jig, or always in control of himself. It's been a wonderful performance for Mahendra Singh Dhoni. Didn't score runs today, but handled the side tightly in a run chase of just 130. And so the party will continue long into the evening in the hotel rooms. Of course, India go on to play a tri-series with West Indies and Sri Lanka shortly thereafter, and then a few one-days in Zimbabwe, where I suspect there will be a younger side going in there. Selectors delighted there, Sabah Karim and Vikram Rathod. It's a good side that they picked. India didn't need to play the reserve players. Murli Vijay, Irfan Pathan, Amit Mishra didn't get a game. The 11 that played the first game took them through all the way to the end. And this will be the photograph that will have come in all the newspapers tomorrow. All across television channels, across newspapers. He's even giving it a little polish. These are the shots that will come in the newspapers tomorrow. That is, if you can stand still long enough for everyone to be agreed on what's the nice place for a photograph.